Oh, I'd be happy to help you with that. Okay, so this one, this is a teacher who posted this on Facebook, and with his permission, I'm sharing it. So he used Gemini and posted, sure, AI can be problematic, but the ability to ask Google Gemini to create a visual to explain the different types of irony to students, and it's instantly created, is amazing.
Oh, wow.
So we've got the situational irony with the fire department literally on fire.
Oh, that's so cool.
We've got dramatic irony, with the creepers coming out. And then you have verbal irony with what lovely weather we're having.
I like this.
I thought it was a great idea. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. First poll of the day. Creepy or cool?
I hope okay. I always try to prejudice the poll, but
so let's give it a second because it should be popping up momentarily. Thank you for continuing. Yep, and then it's popping up now. Yeah, I think that's a great example. So, Sari, Beth, I mean, this teacher is an English teacher, but what are some things that concepts that your students have a hard time understanding?
They always, for some reason, they struggle when I teach about big stick policy of Teddy Roosevelt, dollar diplomacy of Taft, and moral diplomacy of Wilson. So maybe they could do some cool visuals. There's already some good political cartoons, but sometimes they're kind of dated. So that could be helpful. I'm trying to think of other concepts they struggle with. Historical context, sometimes they have a tough time understanding still, just what that means exactly. So maybe some of the historical thinking skills they need to know for the test, some broader concepts, that could work. But definitely I think that's great for ELA for sure. And that helped me understand it better.
Yeah, I mean, being a social studies kind of government focused person, I know that, especially some of the middle school, Vivian, it should have popped up. Hopefully it has by now. I know some of the, middle school students have a hard time of understanding what the difference of separation of state separation of powers, not separation of state, separation of powers. Yes, I am tired too. And what that means.
That's a great idea. Oh, there's a bunch of great comments, by the way, how people have been using it. So tell me when you want to bring that in.
Yeah, no, do it. So it looks like in terms of what people thought, they thought it was mostly cool. Excellent.
I agree. Thank you. People are writing a bunch of really good ideas in the chat about how they used it.
Fantastic. Yeah, let's get to that in a second. All right, I'm going to show you another creepy or cool. Okay, so let me preface this, and I'm going to share a video in just a second to say that I was in San Francisco with my wonderful colleague, Susan Yusofi. Sari, Beth, I know you know her. And we, as we're walking around there, those driverless cars, Waymo, were there.
Oh,
and so I know I'm going to do this webinar. I'm like, let's do it. And she's like, you're going to kill us. And I'm like, yeah, well, hopefully not. So hopefully I won't. And so we did a Waymo, and here is kind of our reaction to it in this car, not having a driver in San Francisco. And I don't know if you know anything about San Francisco, but it's very hilly. So let's take a look.
Rider support agent.
So we're doing it again because we're crazy. We didn't die the first time, so like, let's do that again. I don't know. What do you guys think? Creepy or cool? AI EdBrain? Creepy or cool? What do you think, Susan? Creepy. Hi, San Francisco. The Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is nice that we get to see more. Yeah.
Okay, that's as we're pausing on that. That is kind of our video of like, oh my god, here's where like
coming up on our there's the motorcycle. Yep. Yeah. And then the people. There's people walking. And they show even the brake light. Some people are crossing the street right now.
33% on all supplements with time through September 9th. Stock up on favorites during this biannual event.
Oh my
gosh. Shop in store or online. Terms apply.
Wow. There's the two people there. We're literally right there.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes. Creepy or cool? What do you think?
All right, what do you think? Could that survive in New York City? I know it's probably coming.
No. I would never get in a car. I would never, ever. Maybe I'll eat my words one day, but no way. I'd rather walk. That is terrifying.
We survived. I'm still here. I'm still standing. So I'm going to push the new poll. Creepy or cool? Would you get in a car without a driver? I will say it was very interesting. Let us know whether it's creepy or cool, and share in the chat, your thoughts on would you get in a car without a driver? And I will tell you what, my colleague Susan texted me today as she's driving home, where we work in our offices in Washington, D.C., and she saw a Waymo AI car in Washington, D.C. It had a driver in it, so she's speculating that they're testing it out here in Washington, D.C.
Oh my God. No,
I know, it's both creepy and cool. Yeah, it is a little bit, yeah.
Honestly, I saw that Obama movie. Remember the movie that the Obamas produced? It was on Netflix. Anyone in the chat, can you remind me? Because I forget everything. And there's this, it's basically like the grid goes out, and there's a scene where all the electric cars are just like piling up on the highway because they can't control them anymore. I don't want to be in a Waymo when that happens.
I know. I don't know if anybody's watched the TV show Upload. It's on Amazon Prime. But the very first episode is basically like your human person dies, but if they've kind of downloaded their entire brain and their memory, they get uploaded to another world, and they can still interact with their living humans back on Earth. So, but at the very beginning of it, the person dies because he was in one of those driverless cars.
Okay. But the movie I'm referencing, which you all need to watch, you'll understand if you watch it. It's called Leave the World Behind, and you can watch it on Netflix. 2023 movie.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so more creepy. Okay, I've got one more example, and then we're going to look at the submissions. Okay, so more creepy on that side. And last one, we'll look at the submissions, and then we're diving right into the work. So I shared this with Sari, Beth. I don't know where I saw this. I think I had maybe Facebook is, tracking me likely. But there's this new toy that I guess is out that I'm just going to show you the video. How about that?
Curio and Grimes launch. Action.
Hello, I'm Misha.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And we're the founders of Curio.
And I'm...
Hey, this is Grimes.
I'm also here. Hey, Grok, can you tell me about how they make rocket ships?
Absolutely. Rockets are made with strong materials like titanium and designed by highly trained rocket scientists.
As a parent, I obviously don't want my kids in front of screens, and I'm really busy, so we've created some AI toys, Gabbo, Grok, and Grem.
I'll race you to the next train station. Get ready, get set, go! And this one was awesome new, and this one was awesome new, and this one was awesome new. But these ones are old. Wow, you have a whole fleet of amazing trains.
We do have a parent app that's used for setting the toy up and for monitoring. There is a little module inside.
Speaker, battery, mic.
Grimes is like eating a sandwich like she's Smeagol.
Precious sandwich. Must guard it. Yes, precious.
So we're kicking off a pre-order today. We have limited quantities available before.
Okay, I'm going to go fast forward to one more on this one, and then you'll do the creepy or cool. And Sari, Beth, I feel like this kind of gets to your therapist.
Yeah, it does.
Are you tired of boring plush toys that just sit there and stare at you?
Yeah! Wake up, Earthlings! Grok, the talking plush rocket, has landed!
I'm not just cuddly. I am cosmic. I can talk, listen, tell stories, play games, and help kids learn. All without screens.
Because, let's be real, you only need one plush rocket, and that's Curios. Follow us on Instagram and DM us your favorite planet, and you'll enter to win a free
Gabbo!
Ooh, call now. That's 1-800-ASK-PEAK-CURIO.
Not available on Mars or Saturn. Side effects may include uncontrollable giggles, spontaneous rocket noises, and an overactive sense of wonder.
Call now.
Did you hear what Otto said yesterday? No. What did he say? It was so silly. But don't tell Otto I said that, okay? You got it. It'll be our little secret. You got it. Hello. Brock is a genius. Hello. Brock is the best. Hello. Brock is the best. You are silly. Brock is the best. You are silly.
Okay. I wish I could screenshot your face right now. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Y'all.
So let's see what people think. Creepy or cool? That facial expression was pretty amazing. Let us know what you think. And when I was in California, there was actually, one of the new news things, I'm going to put this link into the thing, this kind of goes back to this whole therapist, AI as a therapist. There was a person, funny thing was, I was actually going to the OpenAI offices the day that I saw this story on CNN, but there's this person, I just put it in the chat, who got, I guess, what they're calling like AI delusional, listening to and kind of going back to the chat GPT and like really taking it very seriously and not kind of having, probably to some degree, some of those critical thinking skills that you may need to know to say, is this accurate? Is this not accurate?
Right.
It was a really interesting take. And I mean, this will be for a future. We do have a webinar in the future about critical thinking skills. But it made me think that, just like we need to do with any sort of media literacy, you have to check your sources, and you can't just assume that what you get spit out from ChatGPT is correct. Like, if all of a sudden you're like, "Whoa, I'm onto something," you probably should go check some other sources and not just AI sources as well.
Some people in the chat are saying it's stealing the imagination of our kids. We need kids to play with each other, to learn collaborative play. And so the people saying, "Wait, how is this going to help me with kindergarten?" We're about to get into all of that, so don't worry. We've got Yeah, we're about to move into that.
Okay, so let's hop into it. I'm going to share my screen for this last part. So Sari, I'm going to have to rely on you because I probably won't see my screen.
Yeah, that's fine.
Share screen.
I agree about this.
Yeah, it's really creepy, I think, personally.
Too far.
Okay. All right, so I do want to share, I love the different ideas of the stuff that you guys were posting in AI in terms of what's creepy or cool. You guys can rate them here if you want to. I think what I'll do in the future is try to get you guys to think, like, if you just know from now on when you join us, we will always do a creepy or cool segment. So when all of a sudden you see something in the news, be sure to think about it so you're ready to share this. Helen, I see what you said. So, Sari, in our first episode of the season, we tried to make EdBrain into a Labubu, which apparently is a hip thing. So I updated it. You don't know what a clue what this is? Good. I'm glad that you don't know what a Labubu is, because I think they're the creepiest things I've seen.